You know, next time you walk into a theater or a corporate auditorium, look up. You'll probably see these big black boxes hanging from the ceiling for decades. I mean, we've thought of loudspeakers as pretty basic tools. You pump electricity in, a magnet moves a cone, and loud noise comes out.
Right, yeah, which was absolutely true for a long time. It was kind of a brute force approach to moving air.
Yeah.
But the technical specs we're looking at today completely shatter that illusion.
Yeah. So today we're doing a deep dive into the spec sheet for the QSC PL-DC12 loudspeaker. Let's unpack this because the first thing that jumps out is the price tag. It's $2,700 for a single speaker.
Wow. Yeah, it's not cheap.
Right. So today we're figuring out why. How did we go from a basic analog box to a piece of tech that costs more than my first car?
Well, to understand that price, we really have to start with the physical hardware. Because it isn't just pushing air anymore, it's directing it with incredible precision.
I definitely want to dive right into that hardware because there's a ton of jargon on this sheet.
Oh, for sure.
It's called let me just read this, a 12-inch two-way point source loudspeaker sitting inside a bass-reflex enclosure. Let's translate that for everyone. Two-way basically means it splits the workload, right? One part handles the high notes, another handles the lows.
Exactly, yeah. And the bass reflex part just means there's a carefully tuned port in the box. It uses the sound waves from the back of the speaker cone to boost the low-end thump.
Okay, so that's standard enough for pro audio. But the reason it commands that premium price is a feature called reconfigurable and rotatable half-horn assemblies.
Yeah, that's the magic right there.
Wait,
Yeah.
really? So you can actually change the physical shape of the horn the sound comes out of?
You can. Yeah, you can set it up for a symmetrical 90 by 50 degree spread, or you can make it completely asymmetrical. And the why here is crucial.
Okay.
Because in a medium-sized auditorium, standard speakers just throw sound everywhere. It hits the sidewalls, the floor, the ceiling.
It's like taking a bare light bulb and hanging it in a room.
Right.
Right. Like it throws light completely uncontrolled.
That is a great analogy. I mean, when sound bounces off those walls, it reaches your ear a fraction of a second after the direct sound. That creates a muddy, washed-out echo.
Ah, right.
So by shaping the horn on this QSC unit like a reflector hood on a spotlight, you're physically aiming the acoustic energy only at the audience. You keep it off the walls, which is exactly how you achieve that crystal clear, premium audio.
Okay, so the physical shape solves the acoustic reflections. But I mean, a physical horn can't fix a blown fuse in the middle of a concert.
Right. No, it definitely can't.
And this is where the speaker fundamentally changes from an audio tool to something else entirely. It doesn't just plug into a standard wall outlet. The specs say it pairs with QSYS CXQ 4-channel network amplifiers.
Which bridges the gap between physical hardware and digital control. When you pair them on a network, you unlock custom voicings.
Okay, what does that actually mean in practice?
Well, instead of just relying on the physical shape of the box, the amplifier digitally tunes the frequencies sent to the speaker. It perfectly matches the acoustic quirks of that specific room.
I have to push back here, though. I mean, we're also seeing specs for advanced telemetry and a platform called QSYS Reflect. It lets offsite techs monitor the system on a web dashboard.
Yeah, that's a huge part of the ecosystem.
But isn't turning a speaker into an IT network endpoint just overcomplicating a simple audio setup? Like if it's a sealed IP54 rated box, meaning it's physically protected from dust and splashing water, why does it need a continuous network connection?
I know, it sounds like overkill. But you have to look at how modern venues actually operate. The insight here isn't just that a web dashboard exists to look at speaker stats.
Right.
It's a massive shift in venue infrastructure. A stadium or a sprawling corporate campus, they don't want to hire a dedicated audio engineer to run around checking cables every single day.
Oh, I see.
Right. So by turning this weatherized speaker into a smart IT endpoint, a single tech sitting in another state can see a voltage drop or a thermal warning before a component actually fails during a live show.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we aren't really dealing with passive audio equipment anymore. We're dealing with network devices that happen to produce sound.
That's the real paradigm shift. It prioritizes system visibility and preventative maintenance. Just as much as it prioritizes the listening experience.
Yeah.
Honestly, the audio team and the IT team are basically becoming the exact same department.
That's wild. So next time you're sitting in a venue and notice there's no muddy echo, remember that you aren't just listening to raw volume. You're experiencing highly directed acoustic hardware that's married to remote monitored network software.
Exactly. It's a total convergence of physical engineering and IT infrastructure.
But it leaves you with a really wild thought to end on. If these concert speakers are already networked IT devices constantly firing off telemetry data about their performance,
Right, where does it go next?
yeah,
Yeah.
how long until they cut the offsite tech out entirely? Imagine a speaker that uses that real-time data to automatically alter its own sound profiles based on the shifting humidity of the room or even the acoustic dampening of a massive crowd that just walked in.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Right. That simple wooden box isn't just a spotlight anymore. It might just become the smartest person in the room.